Hello everybody, welcome back to our #_GoodLife channel. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and press on the bell icon to get notified. So in today's video, I'm going to share the LKG syllabus, and it will be just like the previous video of the nursery syllabus, which will be a detailed one. And in this, suppose you are planning for homeschooling of your kids and you're not planning for any kind of schooling or any kind of sort of things, it is absolutely fine. With this video, you will be able to make your kid well understood what exactly is to be in the LKG. Now let's move on to that video. First is revision of pre-writing skills. So what all comes under the revision of pre-writing skills, which comes under language? Those are your standing line, sleeping line, right slanting line, left slanting line, C curve, that is right and left C curve, up and down U curve, zigzag line, that is all same similar which you have done it in the nursery section. Okay, now next move on to the next part, that is capital, that is uppercase letters A to Z, and small letter, that is lowercase a to Z. Now in this, they are supposed to identify, they are supposed to write it down also, and 3 objects related to that letter. Now as I told that in some nursery schools, they do small letter, that is they start with lowercase. Some they start with the uppercase. Now it totally fine. In LKG they are supposed to do both of them. So if you have introduced smaller, now you introduce the capital one, and vice versa. So identifying A to Z. Some schools, they also take care of the cursive writing, so that also you can do. What are the books that you can follow it for writing for the tracing purpose? I will be sharing with you one video. Most probably in my next video I'll be sharing with you that what are the books that you can follow for the tracing, writing activities sort of things. Now objects related to A to Z, it is suppose at least 2 to 3 objects they should be able to know. Not only A for apple or A for ant, at least they should be able to say A for ant, apple, and antelope, like this sort of things. Now the third comes is the matching of capital and small. So how exactly? Suppose you are writing A, B, C, D, and in the other one you are writing some random, again A to Z, something random like that. They should be able to match that, yes, capital A and small letter A. Now comes are the beginning sounds. So in the beginning sounds, what exactly comes is, in the beginning sound, suppose you are telling apple. So how is this, what is the sound of apple? How you are saying apple? Ah. So that beginning sounds they should be able to catch up, and they should be able to do it. In the same way, the ending sounds. So ending sounds is also like apple, so in like that point of time, or else ant. So t is the last end, so t is the sound of what? So a revision of phonics basically for both beginning and ending sounds. Now comes the blending of 2 and 3 letter words. So blending of 2 letter words like at, am words, ad words. First you start with that. Then gradually you go for at words, what? Bat, mat, cat, rat, sat, like this kind of things. Those all as a blending of 2 to 3 letters you can do as a word. Now is using a, an, at, in, up. So the pen is in the pen stand. The apple is on the table. This sort of things they should be able to use when they are framing any sentences. Now is comes under the after, before, and missing. So after, before, and missing, how exactly it is? So after is suppose A you are writing, then again C you are writing, so it is in between B, so that is the missing number. Similarly, B you have written, what comes before B as A, so this all things as similarly after B you have written what after B it is coming. So this all sort of things you should be able to, like the kids, you should be able to tell, and they should be able to do. For this you continue with the alphabet rhymes and the phonics rhymes as much as possible. So this is all about the language section for LKG syllabus, and now we will move on towards our math section. So let's see what all there in math section. First is 1 to 50. They should be able to identify, quantify, and they should be able to sequence, and also tracing. So tracing at least from 1 to 20 they should be able to trace. Also in some schools in CBSE or ICSE they introduce with number names, that means ONE 1 till 10 or till 20 they also introduce that particularly part. Now second it comes is after and before. So what comes after 1, or what comes before 2, what comes in between 1 and 3. So like this they should be able to calculate till 1 to 50. So this is very important. Now which comes is to the part of pre-number concept. So pre-number concept similar to the nursery one: big, small, long, short, tall, short, full, empty, more and less, thick and thin, left, right, near, far. These all things which they should be able to do, and with different activities you can do this, kind of like the pre-number concepts. I will try to introduce some video regarding the same. Now recognition of shapes and patterns. So similar to the numbers, so shapes they should be able to know at least the basic shapes. Then you can increase as they are grasping. You can increase the shapes differently, like diamond shape, semicircle shape, crescent, like that. And patterns, first you can introduce the simple patterns, then you can increase with two different patterns, and gradually you can do it how they are grasping. Accordingly just do the complex of the different pattern part. Now comes is the joining of dots. So this joining of dots is a very useful activity, and this is very fun activity for the kids. Basically, first the joining of dots is helpful for the sequencing part, that 1 2 3 4, that sequence is very important before, and this particularly activity joining of dots will be helpful for them. So the joining of dots, you can make any sort of any picture you can take, you can trace it, and then you can write 1 2 3 4 till whatever the number you think that your kids are familiar with, and accordingly you introduce that joining of dots, and the kids will enjoy this activity for sure. Also the sequencing of numbers will also be helpful for them. This joining of dots you can also introduce with ABC also. Some books are there which I have taken for my kid. I will surely share with that books what all the books that you should go forward for joining of dots in one of my video. So next one is the missing one, and the missing is same as what I told about the after, before and in between number concept. So this is all about the math section. So do every day one small topic. Don't do it together everything in one day. So let's move on to the next section, which is our Hindi section. So in some boards or in some school, what they do is they already introduce the swar in nursery. But here I will suggest that nursery, instead of nursery, you can also do in LKG, the recognition of swar and vyanjan. Not the writing part, only recognition of swar and vyanjan, that is a to a and ka to ha. Those things you introduce to your kids. Now second is relate letters with the pictures. So what exactly after the recognition, what letters is a say anar, a say aam, ka say kabutar, like that. Whatever the letters you are showing and the pictures, they should be able to relate it. How the worksheet you can prepare at your home, I'll surely share one of the video in my next upcoming videos. Do watch out those things. Now next you also do is relating to the sounds of the letters. So how is the sound, that also the kid should be able to identify. So this was all about the Hindi section, and let's move on towards our next section. So next section is the EVS section. So EVS section, first of all is myself, second is family members, mother, father, grandfather, grandmother, aunt, uncle, like that. Third is the places and safety. Then comes about the plants, the parts of plants, what does the plant needs to grow, all those sort of things. Next is users of water, where all do we use the water. We should also introduce them about the world, how the world maps look like, what is globe, how the country map looks like, what is regarding country, different GK question you should ask, like what is the country's name, who is the prime minister, what is the national animal, like all sort of things. Third is how many also even the states, how many states, how many union territories. Next is animal, birds, insects. Then the community helpers, number of days, months, all sort of things you should introduce. This EVS section you can also follow the previous, the nursery one, the EVS which I have shared, because this is just again revising again and again to understand all about the nature, about ourselves and about your own country. So do follow, again check out the nursery syllabus for this EVS part. So this was all about the LKG EVS which I have mentioned it out, and this one is for the reference of the nursery EVS which I showed in my last video, and for the detailed one you can go back to the video and check out over there. So let's move on towards our last section, which is a gross motor skill. So first point is the walking and running. So they should be able to walk, run properly along with the jumping and balancing on one leg, or balancing properly with both the legs when they're jumping. Third is the throwing and catching of the ball. So they should be able to catch and throw the ball properly. Second is walking backward and sideways. So they should be able to walk backward as well as sideways. So one video I'll share with you regarding this gross motor skills as well. So this was today all about the LKG syllabus, the syllabus which you can do with your kids when you are homeschooling them, if you are not sending for any kind of online classes because of screen time. If you like today's video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. And for more videos, press on the down bell icon so that whenever I'm uploading the new video, you can get notified. So we'll meet up in my next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, happy parenting. And if anything is there, you can directly reach out to my DM, and the email IDs and my Instagram handle, everything I'll be sharing down. You can reach out over there. Whatever the related videos are there, that links also I'll be sharing down. So we'll meet up in my next video. Bye bye.